Hello everybody, welcome back to the shop. Got a 2010 Ford F150 here. Come in. Got 3 doors that won't open from the outside. They will open from the inside. But this is a farm truck. So let's see what's going on here. I'll remove this door panel. That's got a wire, electrical wire hooked up here going to this door. I don't know what they got going on there. Get some tools here. See if we can figure this door panel out, how it comes off. I didn't look up in the service information how to do it. So hopefully I can figure it out here. So 8mm here. It's a long-winded one here. That out. Well, I guess that's how they was opening it. I guess that was a pull handle. It's tied into the. Yeah, that's how they was trying to open it. I guess it worked for a while. The 8mm down here. I think we got a couple of 5.5s down here. Now, let's pull straight up. Yep. Straight up. Have to get rid of this though. They glued it. Well, they drilled a hole. They drilled a hole in the door panel and ran it through the door panel. Let's cut this out. Let's see if we can get this popped out, maybe. Oh, I would think that would pop off. Yeah. Put that off. Let's unplug this switch. Plug this mirror switch. And there's a rod that goes from the outside handle down to this latch. And I can tell that latch is broke because I got it pushed all the way down. So we're going to need a door latch. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to remove this sound insulator, I guess is what it's called. I'm going to remove it out of my way, give me a little more room to get in here. That's just a 8mm bolt here. It's got a couple of push type clips on the bottom here and the side. Let's see here. Spin it out of the way. Okay, I've got this camera here in the door here. See that red? I wish I had something to grab it. See that red clip there? You'll have to get in here. But you already got this one opened up. You'll have to spring that open like that to release that rod. That rod goes to the outside door handle. And pull that out. And when you install it, you'll need to take any slack out of it. Kind of like push up on the rod and then lock it back in. Next thing, you're going to have to remove this rod from this key cylinder here. So you'll have to get in here with probably a screwdriver and kind of pry these little tabs apart right here, and then slip this rod out. Kind of pull it towards the front. And we may be able to leave this onto the latch, this lock button. Unsnap it here. And we'll see if we can't leave that onto the latch till we get it out. And then this outside cable here that hooks to the handle, just unlatch it from this clip here, and we'll leave that on it till we get the latch pulled out. Oh, let me see if I can get this rod loose here. Okay, I want to use this screwdriver, try to. And I'm removing that rod for the lock cylinder. You gotta be real careful, you'll break that. That's nothing but plastic. So I'm just gonna pry up on that tab. There's two little tabs there. And I'll push down on the lower tab. Just keep doing that back and forth. And it popped right out. Let me show you here. Hopefully you can see in here. It's just got a little small hole here we can see, and here's the plastic tab. I know these rods are all in the way. Right here where my finger's at. Get that light. I'm blocking the light when I stick my hand up in there. But I'll try to put that kind of in place there. Right there, and it just slides forward. Next, we'll take these T27 torque bolts out of this latch. There's 3 of them. I'm going to try to work this out, but there is a window track right here in the way. I don't know if I can get around that. I don't think I can. So I'm going to remove it. Looks like we removed this bottom one. And loosen up this one. Leave it in place because it'll slide up and then out. There's a wiring connector, wiring harness hooked to it. No, that's not a bracket. That's the wind. Yeah, that was the bracket. It just fell down bottom of the door. Let me get this out first. Plug that connector that goes to the latch. Lift this up. Try to get this out without bending anything. We don't want to bend these rods up. Slide this down. So that's how it came out. That's the rod. That's the rod to that lock cylinder. You know, where you put your key in, you unlock. And this is the rod up here to the door lock button. That's where that rod, it went from the outside handle, it went down in here. That's that clip. Like I said, you'll have to get something in here and pop that where it latches. Open it up, slide that rod out, and of course that's the cable to the outside handle. So we'll need to transfer all these rods over to the new latch assembly. Let's do that now. I'm going to remove this cable for the outside handle first. Looking at the old one, this is where, or the new one. Looking at the new one, it's got a it's like this whole little housing here pops out, then it goes, inserts in here. There is a kind of like a little tab here that I believe we can push down on. Yep. Pull that out. Let's see. What did that do? I guess that just went in. Yeah, that just had another little. It's a little slot at the end of this clip, and it goes down in here when I go back with it. And this cable comes out like that. Reinsert it there. Make sure we got that little clip in. If we can get this top part to go in without breaking anything. There we go. That locked in. Next we'll get this here long one for the lock button. That just rotates up, out. See the little crook in it there? In it. Wiggle it around. Just like that. This is for the key cylinder ones. It's the same way. Just gonna kind of work it out. Work it back in. We're ready to install it now. Okay, we'll set this back in place. That was that little window track that is bolted into this door that I took out, kind of mounted like that on the inside here. So let's get this fed back in there. We'll have to put these rods in through first. You'll just kind of have to work it around, move it around a little bit. Try not to bend it. My light's right here in the way. Move it real quick until I get it pushed back here in place. I pull this lock button rod through this opening here, feed it up, kind of fish that through, then you go ahead and lock that in there. Tilt that, make sure that the rod for the key cylinder is pointing up. You can kind of set this latch in place and go ahead and hook that rod for that key cylinder, and that'll kind of hold it in place a little bit. And we'll take these little Torx bit screws here and just start them in just to get it lined up. Now I'm going to attempt to hook these rods back up. This is for the key cylinder. I don't know if you're going to be able to see it. Well, it goes right there. There it is. Pushes in, locks in. This is the one for the... Let's see here. Can I get you a shot of it? Boy, you can barely see it down here where I got my fingers at. I'm just going to lift up this rod a little, take the tension out of it, get this clip in position. It's that red or clip there, or pink. Push it in place, lock it in. So now before I close this door, I'm going to trip this latch where it's closed and open it. Make sure it's releasing. Same thing with the inside handle. Yeah, it's releasing. Well, that's all working good. Try my key in my key cylinder. It's working. One thing I forgot is plug this electrical connector up. Let me find the connector on it now. No, it's right here on top. Drop your light again. Gotta do that 5 or 6 times. Or something just ain't right if you don't drop your light. So all of that is in place. That all looks good. Install this track. Cable back in here. Okay, let's put this back on. Now I'd like to get this to stick back. Wipe some dust off of it. We'll try some of this 3M Super Trim adhesive. Handle through. Try to get our. I think it'd be easier if I just unplug these switches. Get these wires through here. We got a window switch here we got to plug up. Through. And we'll get our lock rod in here, lined up in this slot. I'll try to push in all the way around on this thing and then slide down. Went there. We'll get it bolted back in place. Just see if it'll work real quick. Back in business.